Okay guys, this is going to be the Evo X intake filter install, not the OEM. It's going to be actually a nice little K&N intake cone. Now what we're going to do here is first you're going to take off these two bolts. I already had the liberty of taking that off, and it has a little gasket right in here. That's your gasket. You're going to take that off as well because you're not going to need it. So you take off these two bolts right in here, and then you're going to take this line off of this little clip right here. You might have to cut it. It's not really that hard to do. You want to take out your filter so you can have a little room to play with. I'm going to do that right now. Dirty filter. Alright. Now you're going to undo this bolt too, which I've already had the liberty of taking out. It's down here, right there. You can take that out. Now, when you remove these two bolts, you're just going to pull this box out, empty box, right? See, as you see in there, the gasket came off already. You're going to remove this gasket because you're not going to need it. Alright, set that aside. Now, when you do this, there is a guide pin right here. As you see, it's already cut off. That guide pin will come out and block your intake from either coming on, or it will block the clamp from clamping down on it. So if you can just take like a box cutter or a razor, you might have to shear that off. There's not one on this side, so it's only this, and it's really not needed unless you want to put your stock airbox on, and it's just a guide. These two screws right here will definitely keep it on there for you. You wouldn't really have to worry about those two. So when you're done with that, all you have left is to remove your the rest of this box from your engine bay, and you got these clips from the snorkel. You got 4, 1, and then on the top, and then on either side. You're just gonna push those down to pull out this air box. It's kind of difficult with one hand, but definitely doable. Alright, there it goes. There goes the 4 clips that I was talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it just hooks up in there. You just remove this box, take it out, put it down, and that's how you remove that. I already have, you can use your stock inlet hose because it's rubber and it keeps it insulated. And you can use a metal one, but it gets hot because it's right here by the headers and the transmission and everything, so it's going to get a little hot. So you probably should use one of these silicone reinforced hoses, or the stock one. So you're going to just take your K&N filter, okay, you're just going to set it on there like so, and then tighten it down. And once it tightens down, and by the way, this is the K&N intake filter, which is, you can find it AutoZone or O'Reilly's or anywhere that sells cone filters of this sort, and they can search for you. Just look for Evo X cone filter and it'll pull up this specific kind. It's like a 3-inch opening. It's a bit bigger than normal size ones, but slightly smaller than ones that you can just outright buy from those places. You gotta get a pretty specific type of filter. So you're just gonna set that on there and then tighten it down, and yeah, and that's the intake install. Now K&N makes a shield, which I have, but you don't necessarily need it, but it is definitely useful because it blocks off the heat from the transmission and everything. It looks like this. Mine's dirty as hell because I haven't cleaned it, but it just goes underneath the filter. I will show you. and I will show you install on that as well. You just stick this right here. There's these 2 pins that would go inside the K&N Typhoon series intake kit, and let me see if I could find these guide pins. Alright, the guide pins are in. Alright, and then they have that hole for that bolt that you need to take out. It's no problem. And then you just have your filter sitting in here like this, like that. Of course, I'm not going to hook it up right now because I have one hand. So yes, it'll look similar to this. Alright, good luck guys in trying to install your cold air intakes.